Welcome to 360 Talk with Zor, where we explore insightful, entertaining, and revealing topics that deals with everyday human life. I am your host, Zor-Akekue. And my guest today is Michael Emini. He's a baker and owner of Recipierian Cake.
Yeah.
Michael, I was told you were nominated for
Yes, I was. I was nominated for the Dewdrops Uncut Learning Best Cake Tutor South region last year. Thank you.
Michael, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
So
It's good to be here.
Okay, so can you tell us briefly about your background?
Okay. Well, like you said earlier, my name is Michael, and I run Recipierian Cakes here in Port Harcourt. I've always been passionate about baking, and I think my love for cakes actually made me go into the business of baking, and I've been doing it for almost 5 years now. I grew up in the north.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah, I did. I grew up in the north. I was born there, and I grew up there, and I grew up in a typical Christian household with my siblings, and then I came here to Port Harcourt to study, and I decided to stay back here. So I decided to do my business here, and I've stayed here in Port Harcourt ever since.
Wow, that's amazing. Actually, you know you grew up in the
Yeah, I did.
Wow. Because you already have all the Port Harcourt vibe. You are taking over.
Well, I've been in Port Harcourt for almost 10 years, so.
Yeah, so Michael, you've been in business for quite
almost 5 years now.
About 5 years plus.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so do you think business owners, their ideology and their brand are separatable?
I think it depends on the kind of business the person runs. If the how would I explain this now? If your brand is dependent on your personality, on your person, then I think your opinions would drive your brand. But if you're trying to separate your brand from your person, then your opinions will be totally different from your brand's identity.
Okay. But
Yes.
is it really possible to separate
Yes, it's very
yourself
possible.
from your brand?
It's very
because
possible.
I think branding itself starts from you. Like, you are a brand, and you as a brand gives birth to your other brand, in quotes.
Okay, so I think it depends on the approach that the business owner takes. Most small businesses, when they start out,
Okay.
okay, let me use myself as an example. When I started out, my small business was based on me, my personality,
Okay.
everything about me. I had to put my face out there to push my brand.
Brand.
But at some point, I stopped doing that and just kept pushing just the brand name to go around. Okay. So, but there are some other people who do not have to push their face out. They can just start out with the brand.
Okay.
And you might just see the brand everywhere, but you don't even know who the owner of that brand is.
So, but in
So it's
inception,
possible.
like at the level, like your
It
growth
depends.
level,
It's still
like when you were
growth
starting,
level for most small businesses,
they are individual
the
brand.
individual brands can influence their business brand, but they can also make it mutually exclusive.
Okay, I think that's to some extent.
Yes, to some
But
extent.
yeah. But separating you as a brand from your brand, it's like two
It
shades
depends.
of the
It
coin.
depends. It depends. If your personality is not the kind of personality you want your brand to represent, then you would definitely want your personal life to be separate from that of your business.
So are you saying the personal life of a business owner can influence or affect their brand,
Yes.
even when their brand are delivering on promises? Like,
Yes.
you told them this is what we do here at Recipierian Cake, and your personal opinion, like on personal things, different from your brand. Yeah. Do you think those opinions really will affect your brand if you are still delivering to your clients and your customers
Yes.
what you've promised to give to them?
Yes. If I said I'm going to give you one cake, and I even give you the cake I told you I was going to give you, and I give you an extra one,
Okay.
just to make you feel good, and I decided to tell you that I'm not going to vote for Peter Obi.
Peter Obi.
I'm going to vote for Tinubu. All of a sudden, I look different to you. My brand is now different to you. My brand now seems like that recipients cakes. That one that the owner said you're going to vote for Tinubu. All of a sudden, you don't want to. That's if you are for Peter Obi. You just feel like, oh, this guy, I'm not going to work with this guy anymore because he's going against what I believe. Some customers will not do that. Some customers will be, well, you're delivering what I want, and I don't care about your personal opinion. But some people will be influenced by that.
So this thing you're saying now, I think is affecting one very known Nigeria actress when she says she's supporting Tinubu, yes. And they've been attacking this lady back to back, and she, in her opinion, is saying they should let her be. That the verbal, they even put her picture with Tinubu saying rest in peace, blah blah blah, and they even attack her saying, okay, why did she declare that she's following Tinubu before she released? Because she released a movie last year. December, and they were like, why didn't you say it before you release the movie? Maybe they wouldn't have watched the movie, blah 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 blah. So do you think that taking your decision as a business owner, you are being a business owner to some extent, you are almost like an influencer, like the level at which your business have grown to. So do you think there's some personal decision you want to take, either based on personal gravitation or based on personal interest, that you shouldn't make public because of your brand or because of what you do?
Yes. There are things that you should not make public. There's some things there are some opinions on some trending topics that are going on that I don't even bother to even voice my opinion on. There's no point. What am I trying to prove? I don't bother voicing my opinions on any of those things because it might affect how other people see me. Even though I might be on the right side or in the public eye,
yeah.
There are just a few people who might just not agree with you, and because of that decide not to work with you anymore. And you don't know who that person is or who that person was going to introduce you to whatsoever. So just be neutral.
So you prefer keeping your personal opinion on the low and protect your business?
Yes, I have
Maybe they buy your cake. May not be saying, Michael, talk this.
I came here to sell cakes.
And cake I will say.
I didn't come here to tell you that you should do this and do that. There is no point. Of course, there are some absolutes like that one can maintain. Say, for example, someone did something that is very bad. Let's say a thief stole. Should he be tried by the court? Yes, the thief should be tried by the court. Those are things that there are some absolutes that you can always say, oh yeah, this is the right side of this thing.
Yeah.
You can, and if other businesses are voicing out, take for example the NSAS movement
yeah.
that happened, other businesses were voicing out. In fact, as a business, if you didn't say anything about it,
yeah.
you were going to be
called out.
So such things you can put your opinion out there.
But if we want to go using the NSAS even as a case study,
yeah.
Do you know some celebrities, some business owners that were supporting the whole movement? Now, election is coming. Some of them have kept mute. They are not talking again. Now, so don't you think their personal opinion, their personal gratification, their personal benefit, their personal interest are not sinking in, and the public, the masses opinion or the masses benefit or what will benefit Nigeria is no longer a problem to them? What is the problem to them now is what they are going to gain from the scenario or the happenstance.
For that, wow. This is when I give my personal opinion on this that you just said.
Yeah.
But my personal opinion on this is that I think for movements such as the NSAS movement and maybe other movements, let's say Black Lives Matter or other movements, there is a general sense of what is expected of a particular influencer. So of course, most influencers would have to say something, even though it's just the barest minimum. But for these matters like the election, it is more, I don't have to say anything and it's fine. So that's
but is it really fine for an influencer or for someone who
like
people look up to?
Like
you want to keep mute on something that have to do with an election transition, looking at the type of country we are in.
Like you just said, it is It's an election. It is for elections. Even when you go to vote, the person behind you doesn't see who you vote for.
Yeah.
So it is a more. I think it is more personal than it is more public.
Okay.
They can just tell you go ahead and vote, but they'll do they are influencers. Whoever they tell you to go for will definitely influence your decisions. So it's best they can be neutral or be in the middle and just tell you.
But Michael, if I do that as Zor, I'm not that popular yet. Praying I'll be popular like people like you one day. But if I do that as Zor, keep my personal opinion to myself, I don't think it may cause more harm. Or if I air my public my own opinion to the public, it may not bring even much interest, more results. But you have an Instagram handle that have close to 12K or more than 12K followers, not by followers, re-followers. That means you are an influencer. So if you can, do you think keeping quiet on strong matters that have to do with national development and stuff like this, because you want to protect your...
The thing with that is that when you start, you must finish it. You can't decide at the point who draws the line between what is a public matter that needs to be settled. There is a new story that comes out every week, sometimes 2 times a week. Just a few days ago, we had the Christland issue that came up. If I start voicing, I have to voice on that. I'll give my opinion on that. And that thing will come up, I'll give my opinion on that. At what point does it end? What am I doing? I'm selling cakes. I want to focus on that. That's my personal opinion. My personal opinions on all of these issues will be aired out on my personal social media platforms or with my friends. But what I came here to do, I'm going to do that.
Because you just feel the damage is going to do...
Not really the damage. And it might not even do my business any damage. It's just that at some point, where does it end? Do
you really think it will do your business any damage?
It depends. I might not even know if any damage would have been done.
Okay. So with what you're saying now, you're saying clients or customers are most times always right. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, the customer is always right. I mean, the customer.
Do you think that's really a truth or is it just a fact?
It's not an absolute. Of course, there are some clients that are very wrong. Let me just say that. The clients are very, very wrong in their dealings, but you're in business to serve
make
the
profit,
customer, to serve the customer, to make profit, and to make profit, you have to serve the customer. And like I've always told my staff, my students, and everybody, I said, the fact that you have an issue with this customer now, don't think it's just that customer you have that problem with. That customer is maybe connecting you to 100 other customers. The way business works is word of mouth mostly. I told this person about you, and then you have customers. So somebody that might order maybe just 6 cupcakes from you. I've had somebody that she ordered 1 cupcake from me at Bole Festival, and then the next order she made was a wedding cake.
Wow.
For her friend. Wow. We never met. We only saw on the wedding cake.
And I know how much your wedding cake costs.
We only met on the wedding cake day. And that was amazing. So if I had treated her badly,
you've already cut off
that other order.
And from this wedding cake, another wedding cake may come.
Like that's
bigger than that.
That's how it spirals. So for me, the customer is always right. Try as much as possible as a business owner on your own end to do the right things. And if the customer still decides to, be whatever.
Mikey, have you really experienced a rude customer? Because you saying this thing, customers are always right. Like, and some of them are people you can never please. Like, there is nothing in this world you want to do to please them. So when you meet customers like that, is it that, okay, are you saying they are still right? Or what you're just doing is, okay, I came into business to make profit, to make my customers happy. So this woman is wrong, but let me just act like she's right. Is it what you do?
No. What I do is, let me give an example of a customer that I had that was very difficult to please, like you said, because there are different levels of difficulty and rudeness with customers. But this particular one wanted a particular cake, and we gave her the cake, and the issue was the color. She said the color was not the color she ordered. But it was the same color, but it's just that it was it was slightly darker than
what she ordered.
What she ordered, yes. So the issue was just miscommunication. But the way she said to go about it, she was calling and she was insulting and all of that. And I was like, hello, madam, can you just stop with the insult so we can have a conversation? But she kept on insulting. So I just ended the call. She would call back and I would pick. I would say hello. She would talk and then start insulting again and I'll end the call. And I called her back. I was like, are you ready to talk now without insults? Such things, you have to let the customer know that I am also a person like
I'm a human being like you. Come on.
That doesn't mean you can talk to me anyhow.
Swear.
I'm running a business in as much as I need the customer. The customer needs me.
Yes,
I have a service I'm giving to you.
Because that's the problem I think most entrepreneurs.
But the thing is,
they need you as much as you need them.
Here is now where I would have messed up. If as she was insulting me, I was
insulting her back
and all of that.
I have
the story that you would hear. The story you would hear is that Reciprocal Cakes is very rude and doesn't.
And nobody wants to hear what she said to you.
Nobody wants to hear the issue that happened or what transpired. So you also have to make sure as a business owner, you are the bigger person in the conversation.
You are the bigger person.
You have to just be the bigger person.
You are the bigger person. Omo, I know, right? It's difficult to run business in Nigeria. And your personal opinion most times are just like you said. But it's so painful how you want to air out something, but
you really want
to say something. You know this type of thing. You are in your friend's DM. You are telling them this thing is not like this.
Or the one when I'm seeing some of my clients posting some things that are very, very wrong, and
that,
you're like,
yes,
no,
and
I want to correct this. I want to correct this notion. But just hold yourself. It's self-control. It's patience. Just remember what you're here for. You can go, and that's why for you, if you're somebody who likes to air out your opinions, I would suggest as a business owner you have another platform where you can do that, but
not on your business page.
Yes, not a business page, because you don't know who is going to disagree with your opinion and mess up. But I know some business owners who actually don't mind, who say this is how I am and this is how I want my business to be portrayed, as somebody that gives my opinion on this particular thing every single time. They're business owners, fellow cake bakers who are like that.
Yeah. So as business owners, you should be able to differentiate your personal opinion from your business. But don't forget the fact that they are somehow intertwined. So if you want to you want to air your personal opinion on public platform, you try as much as possible not to make posts or air opinions that you know is going to cause damage to your business, because last now business you can't do. Those opinions will come and go, but your business is at stake. So it's left for you to either defend your business or defend your personal opinion, and you know what the consequences is.
Most of those opinions don't even come and go.
Okay.
The internet is forever.
Okay.
It will stay there on the internet. So they might have a screenshot. I have screenshots of people's opinions that they have said for like 3 years.
That some of them are even forgotten.
But it was on.
That's why when they will now come to contest for something, they will dig. You will now ask yourself, where is this thing coming from?
It is there. People have sent me screenshots of some things that I said
long time ago. You know the funniest thing, even when you've not even started doing any business, you should just be careful on how you air your opinion, especially when it comes to the
for me,
internet.
I think especially when you know your brand is not just for now. You're trying to scale.
Yeah, it's not even just your opinion. It's also about what are you telling people about yourself. Yeah. Because aside your opinion on general issues, what are you putting out there as a business owner? Because what you just like you said about investors, you just on your page, see one, they say this one never ready for business. But not knowing that you've drawn your business plan, you're just this person that don't care. You go online, you post pictures, half naked, we can't trust him. Michael, is so amazing having you on this show today, and I'm so happy you've been able to do justice to this. Thank you so much. So guys, follow us on all our social media platforms at 360 Talk with Zor. I'm still your host, Zor-Akekue Adeye. And always remember to take a deep breath and be in the moment. Love you. Bye.